Wagwan, hope all is well. Today is Friday, May 15th, and today's video is going to be on complaining returning residents that are being quarantined in a St. Anne's hotel, complaining about the food condition. Alright, so the first thing that I saw, because I didn't even know it had to do with Jamaica, all I saw was this picture right here, and underneath it says the lady was complaining that she's allergic to corned beef and this is what she was served. And then I moved on, only to realize that hours later, start to other pictures and start read clearly and realizing that it's the returning resident saying this is the food that's being served while they're being quarantined in the St. Anne's Bay hotel. And then shortly after that, Prime Minister Andrew Holness did a video. I'm going to show that, stating what's the next step for this badge service. All right.
This time, keep your hand up. We're going to get a group shot. How are you feeling? All right, keep your hands up, guys. We're just about to serve you some nice ackee and saltfish. Keep your hands up. And we're going to take a picture with you. All right. All right,
My fellow Jamaicans, the cohort of Jamaicans that returned yesterday from the United States and Canada under the controlled re-entry program has been encountering a number of difficulties at their quarantine location. These difficulties relate primarily to delays in the admission process at the quarantine facility and the lack of timely provision of meals. First of all, I must unreservedly apologize to every returning citizen who has had to endure less than favorable conditions. The issues encountered are completely unacceptable. I asked Minister Christopher Tufton and Minister Matthew Samuda to visit the quarantine facilities today to get a first-hand view of the situation. Arising from the visits, the government has already taken some remedial actions, and we will do everything we can to completely rectify the situation. A preliminary assessment has revealed that the situation arose from capacity issues and unforeseen circumstances such as weather and a power outage. This against a background of heightened panic and stigma. We have made much progress on several aspects of the controlled re-entry program. The application and approval process is fully managed online through the JAM COVID-19 platform, either on the website or via the iOS or Android app. We have streamlined the process at the airport, with the processing time cut by half compared to the previous cohort that arrived on Wednesday last week. Many persons, spanning several ministries and agencies, have worked tirelessly to get our citizens home. It is extremely unfortunate that this situation has dampened the happiness that our citizens would have had upon returning home to Jamaica. The government is very sympathetic. We seek to build additional capacity. We are now beyond our quarantine capacity. It will therefore be at least 14 days before we are able to accommodate any sizable additional cohort. I have directed the ministries and agencies involved to use this period to explore ways of rapidly scaling up our capacity, both in accommodations and logistics, to ensure a positive experience for all. Over 8,000 Jamaicans have already applied to return home through the JAM COVID-19 system. To accommodate this number, utilizing state quarantine would mean an inordinate delay in their return. The government is already working towards the development of a home quarantine solution, incorporating technology that will facilitate the geofencing and monitoring of persons re-entering Jamaica to ensure that they stay in their designated quarantine area. We continue to manage this process in a manner that keeps all Jamaicans safe. We again thank you for your patience and understanding, and I wish to assure Jamaicans overseas who wish to return home that your government is working assiduously to get you back home as soon as possible. And again, for those Jamaicans in quarantine, we know it is a difficult time. We know it is a psychologically stressful time. We will therefore redouble our efforts to ensure that you have a satisfactory experience as you transition safely from quarantine to your homes.